The bill you have before you, and I think Steve did a great job with regards to what net neutrality is and what neutrality is not. For some folks, when you talk about net neutrality, sometimes the eyes will glaze over, but there's some basic tenets, and Steve, nice job in describing that. So the legislation that's being introduced is patterned after that in some regards what was done in New York State. Contacted Assemblywoman Tricia Fahey back in December after they introduced it within days after the FCC ruling, which I think was unconscionable and irresponsible, what they did at the FCC. They should have left in place what was there in 2015, but they didn't. So there's many states now that have called to action and have introduced similar legislation. Some have gone a little further with regards to reversing the decision of the FCC in many different ways. What the bill seeks to do, if you have a contract with the state, whether it's directly with the state, a state agency, a quasi-public with the state, or a municipality, whether it's the town government, whether it's the library, whether it's the school department, whether it's a quasi-associated municipality, you have to abide by net neutrality laws. That's it. It's pure and simple. If you don't, you can't participate in RFP, the process of bidding on a state contract. It doesn't work to preempt. We cannot preempt federal law. Some folks are going to try and pursue that, which I encourage them to do that. But what this law seeks to do is put guidelines in place that if you're going to participate and want to bid in a state contract, whether it's state or quasi, or a municipal contract, town, school, library, et cetera, you're going to have to abide by net neutrality guidelines and laws. It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to move forward. And when you think about it, we're not just talking about accessing the internet from a desktop kind of, or some type of device that you might have, because not more desktops. I was going to say another kind of device, but I'd definitely give you my age. But guess what? When I'm on my iPhone, it affects these as well. These are pretty lucrative contracts with regards to the state municipalities. I've not talked to a colleague yet who is not on board with doing this. I think it's been being received favorable response so far. There will be detractors of it. We're going to need everyone involved to come out and support and say, this is the right thing to do. We need to move this forward. And I'm glad to be able to sponsor this with the colleagues in the House. So, and I'm glad to be here today. So thank you very much.